WF representing Palace, so let's tell you about Palace.
Eli Football here. Crystal Palace 2, Aston Villa 1 away from home in the Carabao Cup. We are in the quarter-final and it is time for the player ratings. First up, we have Matt Turner on his debut for Crystal Palace. He made some good saves, granted. The goal that we conceded was a bit rubbish. I think he probably should have done better with it. I think flappy wrists is what it is. But even though they had quite a few shots, most of them were straight at him, so swept up when he needed to be. 6.
Yeah, fair enough.
Tyreek Mitchell.
7, gave the ball away a lot in the first half. Did better in the second half. Crossing still needs a load of work, but he can't fault his defending. He's a very good defender, but he's a wing back and he needs to pass and cross better. But yeah, 7. I think he did okay.
Mark Gay, I'll give him a 7 as well. I think that defensively we were solid today. I think he gave away a silly little foul right at the end of the game, but composed on the ball, kept Duran very quiet. Bundia didn't even know he was on the pitch most of the game. 7. Maxence Lacroix.
Yeah, 7 again. I thought he had a very comfortable game. I mean, looking at the highlights now, as we've just seen, I think we kept him all at arm's length. And he wasn't, obviously, if Watkins was on, it'd have been a different game on it, but he wasn't. But he kept Duran very quiet, except for the goal that keeper should have saved. But yeah, 7 for me again. Chalobah.
No, I'm laughing at that guy's name. His name's... I don't know if I could say it. Simpson Pussy is his name. So, Trevor Chalobah, I'll give him an 8. I thought he was my man of the match today. Swept up well, celebrated big time with the fans at the end. Going up, dapping up all the fans, giving away his shirt, autographs. He seems to love it here already, doesn't he? And it just seems typical, innit? Every single player we loan from Chelsea seems to love it here, but they never come back again, and if they do, they're rubbish. But Chalobah, great today, defensively solid, aerially great as well, aggressive centre back today, and he made a great last ditch tackle in the box, and potentially saved us the win there in that one challenge. Daniel Munoz.
I'm going to give him a 7, but it's only just short of an 8. I don't want to take away from Chalobah because he played very well. But Munoz, again, he's like the old Munoz again. Spent the last 15 minutes playing as a striker. Pretty much played most of the game in their half. Won a lot of challenges. Actually was clean through before Mings pulled him back, wasn't it? But he had a really, really good game again. Made very little mistakes. So yeah, 7 again.
Into the midfield, we have Adam Wharton. Granted, he did come off. Was it early into the second half? I think it was. End of the first half. But to be fair to him, he was great. He was dictating the play. His passing was very good. He was getting stuck in. He was pressing. He was playing very well. But I think purely for the fact that he wasn't actually on for very long, I'd only give him a 6. Will Hughes.
7 again. He did all the simple things well. He won the ball. He made some good passes. He went forward, put the blocks in. Got booked again, so he must be coming to a closer suspension. But we're going to miss him. But 7 again.
Eze. I'll give Eze a 7 purely for the fact that I wouldn't have expected him to score with his head from that far out. And even though he was only on for about 10 minutes, I thought the 10 minutes he actually played, he was very good, looked very lively, winning tackles up in their end of the pitch. I thought he played quite well for the short time he was on there, so I've got to give him a 7. Who was on the other wing? Nketiah and Mateo. Nketiah.
Yeah, I think he flat out to deceive again, really. Got taken off at the end. Made a couple of runs, but generally didn't do enough for me. 5. I think he needs to... I know he's not playing his preferred position, but, you just get into the team first, play well, and then you'll get into your position, won't you? That's always the way it goes, but he's flat out to deceive. Needs to do more. 5, yeah.
Finally, for the starting 11 is JP. I thought he played quite well today.
Yeah, I think he did.
I think I'd give him a 7. I think his link-up play was really good. I think that the times where we just fired the ball at him, and he just did a nice little flick, which either Nketiah or Eze or Kamada or whoever was running onto it. Hold-up play was good. Injured quite a few of their players, which was nice as well. Just a Mateta performance, isn't it? He looked a little bit back to his old self. Lack of scoring, but a little bit more back to his old self. Onto the bench, I think our first substitute was Daishi Kamada. He had a goal and an assist today.
Well, this is the thing, isn't it? The goal was excellent, but his general game was so bad. I mean, how could he give a 4 to someone who's actually scored?
And assisted.
And assisted them, yeah. I'm going to give him a 5, but it would have been a 4 without the goal. But he took the goal very well. But his first half performance was... We've seen his stats. It was absolutely shocking. It really was. But yeah, 5.
Jeffrey Schlupp for myself.
The sub that got subbed.
The sub that got subbed. Yeah. You know what? 4. He was awful, wasn't he? He's so slow. He's so slow. I think there was one time where Munoz did an amazing reverse pass, and all he had to do was get his foot on it, and he's running straight through the line. But he kicked the floor.
That's right, yeah.
He kicked the floor and fell over, and he bloody body slammed whoever. I think it was Tyrone Mings, wasn't it?
I think it was.
But he's awful, isn't he? Secure the bag while you got that contract, but hopefully he doesn't play too much more football. Yeah. It gets to a point where when is it that Agbinone is actually more useful going forwards than him? And I think that is like last week.
Yeah, definitely.
Ever since he had his debut against Forest, I think he's more useful than Schlupp. So we'll leave that one there. I think we only have 2 other subs, and they came on right at the end of the game. Klein. Klein 5, Sarr 5. They weren't on for long enough. Now here's one. Bearing in mind the team he picked, with the situation we're in, and potentially looking at it now with the injuries we have, Oliver Glasner.
That's a very good one. If we never got the injuries, I'd have said an 8. Because, he set it up nicely. We won the game. We only had 2 shots. We scored both of them. Kept Villa at arm's length the whole game. So, yeah, brilliant. But if the 2 players don't play on Saturday, which is more important, that's going to be a bitter blow. So I'm going to down it to a 7. And fingers crossed, Eze and Walton are available for Saturday. But maybe Walton, but Eze looks like a hamstring. And if that's the case, that's a month out. But let's hope not.
Ref, didn't notice him, 5. And finally the fans.
I'll give him a 10 out of 10. Up on a Wednesday night, it wasn't many of them. And they called 2 away games in a week. So, yeah, actually, I only heard Palace fans on the telly. I know there wasn't many of them, but, fantastic for them. Yeah, 10 out of 10.
And that is the player ratings, guys. Thank you very much for watching. And as always, up the Palace. Eagles.
Eagles.